Welcome back, everybody. Thank you very much for coming back on time. And we're going to continue now with our second half of the day. And I believe this is what most of you are really excited for, to find out the winners of the IoT Project of the Year award. So for those of you who are joining us online for the first time today, allow me to tell you a little bit more. Our IoT Project of the Year is our annual telematics and IoT contest that is being held for the third time since it first began in 2020. Companies from 24 different countries representing various industries have submitted their projects in the competition, and their submissions have already been professionally evaluated by a panel of jury members as well as experts. To tell us more about the competition, as well as its significance and relevance to the greater telematics industry, allow me to welcome on stage none other than the head of Vialon, Alexander Kushinov.
It's time to start the IoT Project of the Year awards. About 5 years ago, we had a pretty same conference here in Dubai, and there was also another great panel discussion similar to the one we had just before our lunch break, and there was this question raised at the audience, what is IoT and how is it related to the business that we are doing, On one hand, we all are professionals, right? We have all our professional experience and knowledge and daily job, And we know the technology pretty well. But on the other hand, all of us, we are affected by and influenced by all that mass communications, sci-fi films, various futuristic publications, right? And it's not the secret that some of those movies and novels that you might seen or read, they have very accurately predicted, and paved the way for many of the pieces of technology that we enjoy today. Not always enjoy, as you can see, but still, it is the way, We all remember those massive metal creatures that, aliens, and they were shooting with lasers. In the movie, you know the movie? It's War of the Worlds, War of the Worlds, and it is based on the novel, which was first published, the novel by H.G. Wells, and it was published at the end of 19th century, right? Laser was invented a few decades after, many decades after, actually. And I believe the same is happening with our business. It is just a matter of years before GPS implants, like the ones you can see in different movies, like the Black Mirror I have here, and I believe it's really just a matter of years before all this will become a reality. And just try to imagine having a surgery room in your office where technicians, should we call them technicians? But people will be installing those tracking devices somewhere like here or maybe here, right? And that may be, and I believe that will be a part of the business, a continuation of the business that you are running today. I really can bet that within the next 10 years, in quite a few of your offices, there'll be procedures like that. If someone who wants to challenge me on that, we can talk in the coffee break and bet a couple of hundreds of something, maybe. So you see the emergence of any technology, it goes through a series of stages, Someone comes with a good concept, naming, and just publish it in some books or stories or articles. And there are other people who are pushing it to the real life. And I believe that is the role that we are playing, We are making such technologies come to real life, come to daily use, The vehicles that you install devices in will soon not only be connected to our cloud, to Vialon, for the purpose of tracking and dispatching maybe. Soon they will be able to exchange the data with each other, with the road infrastructure, and so on. Really, that is what they call vehicle to everything, or V2X. And yeah, it's like a good picture that we've taken from Shutterstock, and it seems like a future. But we can look at it on another way, yeah? And if you feel that your business is kind of grounded and that is the future, think this way. Check this example. Like these days, electronic toll roads are replacing the traditional ones, where you had to stop your vehicle, pull the window down, pay by card or cash, and then drive further. These days, you just pass the toll road, yeah? Your car is scanned, and that's it. No need to stop, yeah? So you can imagine, the signal from your car goes the same way as here, right? Or another bright example can be like parking management system, automated parking management systems, where there are cameras, and when you're entering parking lot, it scans your number plate, it scans your vehicle, and either lets you in or out, right? That's something that you use daily. It's not from this picture where you see all those signals, arrows, and all this, but it is the technology that we are using today. And it is a question, if those companies who are dealing with toll roads, or companies that are dealing with automated parking management systems really understand their role in implementation of V2X technologies in daily life. But I believe it's thanks to them. I can consider my 10-year-old BMW to be a connected car. And it is connected because it connects to the camera, it connects to the toll roads, and it exchanges data. Exactly how it is on the picture. Maybe a few more steps we need to take, but it's all the steps that we are involved in. With 5G, optic fiber, satellite internet coverage, the digital divide between next billion internet users and IoT-enabled devices is being bridged. And as we see now, the demand for smart sensors and IoT will grow as connectivity improves and gets cheaper. Costs are dropping, yeah? And the goal of ours as software providers, as service providers, is that all those puzzles, all those pieces of Internet of Things, the components of digital transformation, they need to start getting embedded into business processes in a daily life more than they are right now. These days, it happens sometimes that data, which is measured by a sensor, goes where? It goes to a specific chart, or maybe to a dashboard, or somewhere, and ends up there. And I believe it's kind of like a failure. Luckily, it is not the case for most of the projects that we're gonna award today, because success is when that data points from a sensor will not just end up in a chart, but will become a part of a business process. When you use Vialon API to deliver the data from a sensor to a BI system or directly to a decision maker, and when, as a result, it can save, say, 10 liters of fuel, or it can help to deliver a package like 15 minutes earlier. Yeah, and that's how data from simple sensor should go there and be a part of a daily routine process that businesses are having, yeah? IoT becomes a critical tool to feed data into digital transformation platforms. And now it is time for companies to take it into their own hands, yeah? And the companies that will get the awards today, yeah, those ones who made it here. Do we have names? I have names. Oh, I'll turn it off. No zooming there, please. So the companies who will get those awards, they're not just masters of technology. They're not just understand how Vialon works and how devices works and how sensors works. They mastered and been able to communicate the need for those technologies to the real businesses, to the real offline people who might be far away from those technologies. And most of those companies are here actually to get those awards. You've managed to explain the customers how they can really benefit from the technologies that we are having right now, that we were discussing in that panel, that we've seen on the presentations earlier this morning. Yeah, over the years, our partners have equipped thousands of fleets worldwide. This November, Gurtam is celebrating 20 years. Yeah, for 20 years we are Gurtam already. Yeah, and just recently we have reached 3.4 million vehicles connected milestone. Yeah, woohoo! Yeah. And you know, it's a great numbers, and I'm proud not only with that numbers, but it's also so good to see the real transformations that our technology, our software, our devices, our partners, the transformations in every 150 countries where we are working. The countries are changing, the businesses are changing, and that's our effect. Our effect on businesses, on communities, on daily work of many, many people. And that is so cool. Recently, I've been to a conference in Slovenia, and there were also beautiful presentations. And after one of those, there was this guy from the audience who stands up, takes his microphone, and he says, okay, how can I succeed? How can I compete if almost all the competitors are using the same Teltonika devices and almost everyone is using the same VLON platform? Yeah? And it was a tricky question and quite a common situation, quite a common scenario, yeah? When the product and the service that you are offering is same as everyone else, it is really hard to compete, yeah? And then it might end up in price competition and like everyone losing, yeah? Lose-lose situation. But I see it differently. In my opinion, it is important to understand that with VLON and with the technology and devices you've seen today, you will see at GITEX tomorrow and all the days, the content of the service, you remember it's service, it's not the platform you're offering the service. And the content of the service that you offer to the fleet owners largely depends on you, right? If you sell eggs by dozens, right, you will always be attacked by a competitor who can offer the same dozen of eggs for $1.95 instead of $2, right? And price wars and everyone loses, right? However, you can take just 2 eggs, 1 frying pan, and it will be enough to make a scrambled eggs or an omelette, right? And in the right time, at the right place, you can offer that dish for, say, $5 or maybe even more. And if you would put bacon next to it, or maybe make it or serve it as an egg benedict, it will cost even higher, and you can get much more profit on every egg that you are having right now. And the decision is actually yours, yeah? Either you want simply sell eggs by dozens, or you strive for haute cuisine and fine dining. Make your choice and go there, get the frying pan, teach your people, yeah? Educate them, learn the technology, and earn more, yeah? And I'm glad that every year, more and more of our partners, especially those ones, yeah? They realize that GPS tracking only, which was selling pretty well yesterday, is no longer sufficient, right? It has become a common feature. Everyone, yeah, you've seen the guys here are offering it for free, yeah? For personal users, what is the name? GPS trace, yeah? Yeah, so yeah, end user can get it for free for one device with a pretty good, nice looking software, right? Okay, and yeah, if you want to stay on that market, there will be more companies offering the same for free. But if you are playing different game, if you found your way how to prepare something special, yeah, it is totally different business, right? And in order to keep our partners, those who are using VLON, who want to move forward, yeah, to help them, I have assigned a dedicated team in VLON, which is project implementation team, which is headed by Andrei Letsetsky, who is around here and whom you know pretty well, yeah? He'll just join the stage after me. So, the goal of that team is to go through all the stages of as many projects as possible, together with our partners. It should start from receiving an application from the end user, from the fleet, yeah, and following it step by step, hand in hand with our partners, including all the requirements analysis, VLAN configuration, choice of device, and all the configuration that should be done to win that project. And as I have already said, our partners, you connect tens of thousands of projects, of fleets every month. You've seen the growth numbers on our website, right? And I want this team, I want Andrei's team to actively accompany a large proportion, a large share of those projects to go together with you, yeah? I want them to get involved in your daily business in that sense, yeah? And help partners, especially in situations when partners do not have enough experience and Andrei and his team can grab it somehow from the international markets, international partners we are working with, yeah? And I should say that we already have quite a success with Andrei and his team. They've already participated in hundreds of projects from the team was formed maybe just a few months back, but we already see and we already get a lot of positive feedback on what they're doing, yeah? And that is the reason actually why Andrei was chosen to head the jury for the IoT Project of the Year awards, because he is personally and the guys from his team, they know how it works, they know the projects, those who were applied and those projects that haven't yet been applied to our Project of the Year awards. And that is why I'm really happy to have that team, and I'm happy to have Andrei here joining me at the stage and sharing his view on the business and the IoT Project of the Year awards. Andrei, the floor is yours.
By the way, I like the previous slide. It's like a presentation of something invisible that you cannot see, you know.
You
but
can create based on your own imagination.
okay, so whatever you want. Okay, so hello again, everyone. So let's applaud the guy who has been waiting for his presentation since the very morning. Thanks. Let's start. As you already know, I'm the head of the project implementation team, and this year I'm honored to be the jury chairman of the IoT Project of the Year competition. And it's a true honor for me to be here with you. And let me tell you a bit more about what I'm going to present to you today. So first of all, I'm going to tell you more about the history behind the competition, how this all started. Okay, it's going to be interesting. Then I will present the invited IoT experts that we invited this year to participate in the project's evaluation. I will also share some statistics related to the gathered projects. I will also tell you more about the functionality, features, and other project components that I found as trends or as, I would say, the most demanded features. And the last point, I will tell you more about how we contribute in this project processes in Gurtam, how our project implementation team does it. So let's start. So first, what about the history behind? You know, we at Gurtam were always pretty focused on the projects of our partners, because a project, it reflects the market demand and represents practical use cases with real assets connected. So it's obvious that by learning more about the projects, about their implementation, we not only contribute in the growth of the platform, but we also broaden the horizon of opportunities and potential approaches to be implemented. A few years ago, as always, we decided to do a bit more than we could. We gave a step ahead, and we decided to launch the IoT Project of the Year global competition. So the plan was simple. The more world knows about the IoT, about all this area, the more people become interested in it. And as we are the leading IoT platform, it's logical that I would say this part of fame will also influence us, our company. From the service provider sides, it will show you what kind of technologies are popular on the market, how they can be implemented, and also another objective that we had is to award the service providers that were the most, I would say, innovative, that came up with the best solutions on the market and who were brave enough to share this expertise with the others, who can be some sort of inspiration for other companies and whose fame we can contribute to. So this year, this is the third season of the competition, and we have some amazing changes. If previously only the amazing Vialon team was participating in the project assessment process, this year we invited the external jury team members, the experts from the IoT sphere, those who have a lot of experience in it and who contributed to the accurate and comprehensive assessment of the submitted projects. So in the next slide, I would like to encourage you to give a round of applause to the invited jury team members. So, Wondry Lesieux, the export sales manager for Europe from ELA Innovation. Alexander Krupovich, the chief of operational marketing at Teltonika Telematics. Alexey Zhurkevich, the product manager fleet services at Volvo Construction Equipment. Alexey is here with us. So Alexey will also join me on the stage very soon and will be able to share his impressions about the projects and the process in general. Keith Kreischer, the founder and executive director at IoT M2M Council. Manuel Mendoza, international sales manager at Quacklink Wireless Solutions. And Milan Shuletic, International Sales Director at Zirgo Global Sensata, the company that makes sense, as my friend Kevin explained previously. So Milan is also here. Milan, where are you? I don't see you. Oh yeah, here he is. So Milan will also join us later. You know, this is the entire jury team of 2022. It consists of people whose opinion we can rely on. They reviewed all the projects and chose the winners. And I mentioned them today to appreciate their job and efforts. So guys, thank you for your efforts, and please wave so we could see who are they. Thank you very much. What is the mostly demanded today? You know, as the head of jury, I also reviewed the submitted projects, and I noticed some specific demanded features and functionality that are important to understand and take into account, not only for me as a specialist, yet for the entire company as a business entity as well. It's important to know the directions we are moving to and what specific functionality is the most used or requested on the market. And I'd like to share and start with some numbers first, some statistical data, something that we all like. So here we see the projects distribution by regions. We received 37% of all projects from Central Asia. If we compare it with the last year's data, it was 50% of all the projects. So we see some decrease here. Maybe it's connected with with switching us to the English, like with switching the official competition language to English, because last year it was not the rule. So who knows? Another interesting thing is that we have a decrease in Latin America. Last year it was 23% of all the projects, and this year it's only 12%. So we have here colleagues from Latin America, so maybe during some coffee break, if you have more coffee breaks, you can share your feedback, like why your colleagues from the region were more passive this year. So maybe we will have some insights. The distribution for other regions, it remains more or less the same. I'm especially happy that we have some raise in Europe it was from 6 to 22% this year. And we also doubled the number of projects that are not Vialon based, which is a sign that the contest becomes more and more popular globally. And now let's take a look at the nominations distribution. As we see, the most demanded nomination was long-haul shipping. The second one is fuel transportation and storage. I can tell you that for long-haul shipping is the same story for 2 years in a row, so it's still on top. What is interesting is that a lot of attention and even competition is concentrated in these spheres. However, if we take a look at the general statistics, the cars distribution is a bit different on the market. For example, the number of light commercial vehicles is much larger than the number of trucks. So here I have a question for you as service providers, partners, like why do you guys go so little into exploring those niches where we have a high concentration of cars? We can discuss it again at Jitex or at coffee break, but think about it. Based on the projects we received this year, apart from the most demanded business spheres, we can make a summary of the most demanded and useful functionality as well. That's what small and large businesses need, already use, or try to implement into their daily operations. And I must admit that most of the winning projects have this covered. I would say that these features probably it's not something new in the market, yet it's something that many and even most of you do not use or do not sell. So that's what I will tell you more about next. These features or functionality is what help you stay more effective and help your clients perform better. And the first point that I'd like to mention is the driver safety. It's a priority for the transportation companies because working with people is not an easy task. When your business depends on these people, you might want to do as much as possible to minimize the risks. The consequences of harsh driving, they influence and have a huge impact on the company's expenses and reputation. That's why it's important to have overspeeding and acceleration management implemented. The companies need to understand who is driving, for example, by using the driver identification system, and how well these people are driving. By monitoring the behavior of the drivers, the fleet owners ensure the safety of their fleets, of the cargo, they minimize traffic accidents and make sure that they are compliant with the requirements and some standards. Over 2.6 million of driver jobs were unfilled in 2021, and this year this tendency was set to soar. So it's better to pay due attention to this issue to prevent situation getting critical for your business. The next point, this is fuel theft management. I believe all of you or most of you know how to deal with this problem. So if you do not know, contact the project implementation team. We will advise you the hardware, and we will help you to configure notifications and reports to be alerted online about some fuel thefts or to analyze everything post factum via reports. The next one, live video streaming. And video fragments request from the device memory. Though it has appeared quite recently today, we see video tools as the most demanded and widely spread trend across the industry. And we expect more and more end customers requesting this functionality. The list of the tasks that can be solved using the cameras is pretty wide, starting from ADAS systems that allow to detect if the driver is smoking, is starting to sleep, or talking over the phone, and to the public buses, passengers flow calculation, recognition of passengers that are not wearing masks, and some facial recognition, and also security systems. You can see and receive alerts online if a thief is trying to rob your truck, and call the security squad right away. Maintenance management. In order to minimize the fleet idling and get maximum out of it, fleet owners need to service their trucks on time. Service the vehicles before they get stuck somewhere in the middle of the road due to some tire troubles or malfunction of the brake system that could be prevented during the on-time services. It's also important to keep a record of spare parts. When something's running out, order it in advance and make sure that you always have some spare parts in stock. And IoT helps to monitor the condition of the assets and carry out preventative maintenance, which ultimately can save tons of money. If we are talking about small and medium businesses, this kind of benefit can be critical for the entire business. Now, think about it. Like, when have you offered maintenance management system to your clients for the last time? All of them try or want to or already track this, and they might use some Google documents or spreadsheets to solve this task. So why don't you offer an IoT solution to them to facilitate and even automate this process? Just think about the following number, that 48,000 of vehicles on VLAN hosting out of more than 2 million vehicles are using service intervals in VLAN. It's around 2-3% of the total amount of VLAN hosting vehicles. So it's I don't understand why the number is so small. We can also discuss it somewhere in between the meetings or presentations. The least we can do for the driver safety is to set up a simple notification on overspeeding. How many of your customers are using it? The use of modern video technologies allow you to kill many birds with one stone, like in the cases that I described before. You can see the road behind, in front of the driver. You can see what's going on in the driver's cab, control the driver's behavior, and trigger an alert if something goes wrong. So we already have built this into VLAN, and the devices are already waiting for you on the shelves of the hardware manufacturers. So go ahead and review them, take a look at the already implemented cases. Video module is a more advanced feature, yet taking into account the seriousness of the tasks or problems it helps to solve, I believe it's a great investment. And be creative, like that's what I encourage you to do. It's not a secret that VLAN is a complex software, and it allows us to cover all the mentioned topics. And by offering additional features, you can charge and earn more. By offering more complex hardware, you can also earn more. So visit the hardware manufacturer stands, learn about what they offer, schedule a training session with the partner growth team to learn more about VLAN features, and include these features into your service packages. Be creative with your offers, I would conclude it. And these scenarios are not all the possible options that we can do with VLAN. I also encourage you to contact the project implementation team with the details about your potential end clients, their challenges, problems, pain points, and together we will come up with new solutions. So please let us be creative too. Okay, now let's take a look not only at the functionality that is in demand, yet also at other project components that attract customers nowadays. Below are the project components that are currently in the focus on the market. The first one, custom app or an integration. Just imagine that a half of the submitted project this year, they had some custom feature developed or an integration with the customer's accounting system. And it was not something created for very big clients. Even small ones with starting from 4 cars they had this implemented. Also, more than a half of all the projects this year got the highest marks for the criterion business automation. It means that even small customers with less than 30 vehicles, they want to automate the processes. They want to avoid human factor and make their businesses more efficient. And also 40% of all the projects submitted this year, they got the mark 2 or 3 out of 3 for the criterion after sales support. This is also something that was presented not only in the projects for big customers, but also for the small businesses as well. Global trends. Apart from what I already mentioned, I can't avoid mentioning the features that were not widely presented among this year participants, yet I would like to mention something that my team receives on a daily basis, and the first thing is the following: the electric cars and scooter tracking. As electric-powered vehicles starting to gain traction, so it's important to have this covered. Next thing, the big data AI use cases. It is also something that gains more popularity and will gain even more in the nearest futures. Just you remember these presentations from hardware manufacturers, all these AI systems even for driver assistance systems. And also the amount of data millions of vehicles generate, we need somehow to have this covered, to be able to analyze this data, to predict some failures, to predict accidents. The next thing and next point, indoor monitoring of various facilities where companies need to track tools, workers, or forklifts. I personally know a couple of projects for indoor monitoring that are approaching the implementation phase, yet we receive them more and more these days. And probably the last one I'd like to mention, the data security. My team frequently receives requests from service providers, from partners whose end customers have strict requirements towards the data security. Especially if we're talking about some global companies, some public tenders, it's almost inevitable to see this point among the requirements. I would also say that maybe the main trend that unites all the previous points is to be flexible and open for various business spheres as well as for various challenges. Have you tried selling video? No? Who has tried? Raise your hand. Valerie? Yeah, no, not Gurtam team, but okay, no, not so maybe 3% of the audience. Do you offer solution for prevention of harsh driving? Or what about driver identification? You see, it's very popular and everyone wants to have this implemented. Take a look at these solutions, at the projects that were submitted, and they just await your initiative. And I must admit that our team, Gurtam team, is ahead of the competition with some new trends, like video feature that we developed recently and introduced, so give it a try. Okay, concluding, I'd like to say that Gurtam's involvement into projects is not limited only to the IoT project of the year competition. I would say that everything just begins here. I manage the project implementation team that we launched this year, and my team helps you implement your VLON-based projects, helps to convert your potential end customers into active users. So if you have a new end customer and start a new project for them, please contact project@gurtam.com with the description of the client's problems, with sharing their details, and we will help you to find the best hardware, the best VLON features that would suit their needs. So as a result of our cooperation, you will get first a complete solution, including, as I mentioned, hardware, advice and software configuration for this specific customer. You will know how to configure the system in accordance with their requirements, and you will be able to show the solution right on the spot. And you will also get prompt assistance from the assigned project implementation manager, who will be aware of all the project details, their background and previous communication with you. And as a result, your chances to successfully close the project will be drastically increased. Maybe the last point I'd like to mention within this presentation, not today, you will see me again, I'm sorry, is that after talking with the community, with service providers this year, I realized that many people, they have fear that their projects are not something advanced or complex, that they would not win in the competition and they would not even try to participate in the IoT project of the year. And I wanted to emphasize that there are no bad or good projects. They all, if the project is implemented, it solves some problem. It helps to make the business more efficient, and we really appreciate all the submitted and implemented projects. And thanks to the communication with the community, an idea arose to rank projects by their complexity. And this year, we will award a project that included several key requirements, all of which were met using the track and trace features of Vialon. So the solution was simple and elegant. And I look forward to seeing who is the winner in this and other categories. So, thank you for your attention.
Thank you very much, Andre, and to you also, Alexander. So I've been sitting in the audience for a good 1 hour now, while Alexander and Andre were speaking. I did make some observations. So in order to rectify what I've observed, I'd like to request for audience participation, because we are now going to be starting with our project award ceremony. So many of you here are anxious to know if you won or not, and also who the winners are. So before we get started, in case you're holding anything in your hand, has everyone done that? Can everyone take the index finger on your left hand and on your right hand, please? Yeah? Please participate. Yeah? When I say 1, I want you to keep tapping your fingers. Yeah? Don't stop. Keep tapping your fingers when I say 1. When I say 2, increase the fingers to 2 on both your hands. And we'll keep going. All right? Did everyone understand? Okay, 1. A little louder, please. Number 2. Number 3. 4. 5. Thank you. So this will be repeated for every winner. Yes? So please welcome them with all appreciation, and they will be winning some very prestigious awards and getting global recognition today. So the first case, or the first winner actually, is from the same very region. Yeah, from the Middle East. And it comes from a very important business sphere. To tell you more about this, I would like to invite the VP of Business Development for the MENA region, Valeria Zinkiewicz.
Can you recall any of the situation when you ordered your delivery, maybe foods or groceries, but it was running late or arrived spoiled? It may happen often here in the UAE, unless a delivery company has invested in cold chain transportation. So this transport, one of the leading providers of smart cold chain solutions across the UAE. This company works to improve the last mile deliveries by using innovative programs that ensure fast, safe, and cool deliveries. This delivery company handles 15,000 deliveries per day across the UAE. Those deliveries are done throughout 4 delivery windows using 252 vehicles working 24/7. This is a huge operation, requires advanced visibility over the fleets, and that's where the magic begins. So previously, the fuel management in this company was done manually by keeping the information in the Excel files. Personally, I hate Excel files, so Don't do this, never repeat. Their preventive maintenance was outsourced and only relied on the driver's memory. And the service bills were entered manually too. So delivery routes were created based on the zones only, without taking into the consideration any optimization of the space or fuel. The temperature was measured offline, and actions were taken only after the items were already delivered. The drivers used random company vehicles and not the ones they were assigned to. They had previously installed telematics software, but it didn't have any flexibility to customize reports, get multi-level alerts, and generate driver behavior reports. So, to keep growing and sustaining their operation at the same time, this company decided to employ technologies, which was a smart move. Our partner started with the installation of basic GPS tracking devices with engine block sensor, driver IDs, and temperature and humidity sensors between October and December 2021. At the same time, the partner decided on Velon functionality to be used at a full gas within the project. Sensolator was introduced for showing the temperature, humidity, and fuel level of the fleets. Then FleetRun was implemented, where the were implemented for some of the vehicles. For the fuel data to be imported, service invoicing was added, and preventive maintenance alarms were set. Mobile DVRs were implemented for some of the vehicles to monitor the driver's behavior in terms of distraction, smoking, sleeping. And the route optimization, considering multiple parameters for more than 250 vehicles, was organized with the help of logistics. And the cherry on top is the locator links being shared for the customers, so they have a live view of their ATAs with the help of partner solutions for route optimization. And results were incredible. As all of the challenges were addressed efficiently with partners' expertise in the field. There is 0 driving accidents happened in the past 5 months. Yeah, this is remarkable. It deserves a round of applause. Yeah. At this point, about 0 accidents, it's not only about the service in the car or maybe paying for the deliveries which were not delivered, but it's all about the human safety, which is, I consider personally, to be a very crucial point here. So the route optimization allowed not only to reduce the delivery time, but also to save money on fuel and to increase the number of the deliveries done daily. So now the average driving mileage per month is reduced by 6%, and deliveries are reaching their destinations 4% quicker than it used to be previously. Implementation of the solution led to 98% success rates, whereas industry standard is 70. So this particular company, Transcorp, now is a market leader in cold chain deliveries, thanks to the results and quality they are offering to businesses. They plan to replicate their success even further to their KSA operations. So now I'm inviting Anastasia Rocha and Andrew Latetsky to announce the winners.
Good day, everyone. So yeah, let's proceed. Without any further delay, we would like to reveal the name of the winner in our first nomination, which is cold chain transportation. By the way, a very important in this region. So the winner is Maliatech. Congratulations.
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 Amazing job. Thank you, gentlemen. Yeah, I remember last year Mario was delivering a presentation on the stage, right? Sharing very nice numbers, very nice slides, and getting the decent round of applause. And now we're here back again, and the occasion is even better. Congratulations.
Celebrating success.
Yes,
again.
absolutely.
Thank you.
Will you share a few words with us?
First of all, as very well explained by our colleague, the solution couldn't be successful if we didn't put all the efforts together. The efforts from Vialon ecosystem, from different vendors, different suppliers on top of this application. So this made the solution a successful one because we have jointly put efforts together. It was challenging. It wasn't like a one-time smooth implementation, but with the dedication and involvement of all parties, really, we were able to deliver and to deliver successfully. So thank you for everyone who participated in this solution and made the success possible.
Yeah, thanks a lot. Could you please share with us what were the main challenges you just mentioned? You said that it was not an easy task, right? A tough one. There were some challenges to overcome.
I can just give you a few ones top of mind. First of all, we had some challenges at the level of the hardware. So we had to switch and to test multiple hardware from different vendors to find the appropriate hardware that fits exactly the cold chain solution. And we have some changing from the requirement side, from the customer side, and having those changes on the go were a bit challenging. So, but with the support of Vialon team and solution architects, we were able to deliver results quickly and to overcome those challenges. And I can ask Peter for more details. He can elaborate a bit further.
On the hardware side, you know, there were so many moving parties, moving items in that project. So from the DVR to switching the customer from another tracking supplier to Vialon, that took negotiations by itself. So we had to change the hardware, then we had to move to mobile DVR, then we had to implement sensor-later, then fleet run, then logistics, then route optimization. So it was a building block that started with a basic, basic tracking, because the old provider was just selling them and upselling them every single part. And because of the existing modules in Vialon, we were able to play that card to our benefit and strategically move them from a big tracking provider in UAE to Vialon. So, which is good now because they're expanding to multiple other countries, so they're going to be moving Vialon with them across all different places.
I see.
I can add one more point. Usually, we face a situation where the users, they tend to resist any change. So they are used to use the old tracking system and they don't want to change. But this time what we witnessed is something different, totally different. With the Vialon application, it has so rich features that even the users themselves, they were pushing for the change. So they saw really the difference between what was provided and what we can provide with Vialon solution. So from dashboards to telematics to all those details. So this helped us a lot with the client.
It sounded so smooth when Valeria did the presentation. Like, that was the problem, that was the solution. But when we got into the details, we understand.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
What was the challenge? What was the real work behind?
This is a 12 month of work. And
the whole year?
A
Wow.
whole year, yeah. And it started after the implementation, after the first, after last year's IoT project. So we couldn't just submit a basic track and trace. But after the customers started moving modules, adding more modules, we thought this year might be an interesting topic.
So that's why you're here. Congratulations once again.
Thank you.
Yeah. And I remember Peter was approaching me at the coffee break, and he said, Anastasia, could you please share a nice picture with us for our social media? So let's make this picture together now and share it in the social media. And here is your trophy.
Yeah, you see, I am still holding the trophy. I like it so much. But it's a well-deserved trophy. I have just one professional question for you. What are you going to do with all these trophies, diplomas? What are you doing with them now? Do you have special stands in your office for them or what?
Exactly.
Really?
We can share the picture with you back
Yes, please do.
when we're back to Lebanon. We have a special display for all the trophies, and this is not the first time that we are awarded with Violon. So
this will go next to the 2.2 million.
exactly.
Which was only 2
It's
years
another
ago.
milestone that we have
2 years
achieved.
ago?
2 years,
Yeah.
2 years ago, 2.2 million.
Yes, and now we have 3.4.
Yeah, in 2 years, a million in 2 years. So
Yeah, and we have the top 15, right? So thank you very much again.
So you need a
Thank
very
you.
long ship.
Thank you.
Yeah, let's take a picture together.
Congratulations, Somalia Tech. Ladies and gentlemen, 1 down, 12 to go. For the next category, I would like to invite my colleague Valery Lebatsevic to tell us more about the winning project.
Good evening to everyone. I'm very happy to be on the stage today and to present to you the winning project in the Ready Mix Concrete nomination. Talking about Ready Mix Concrete, it requires care and timely delivery to provide optimal specified results in construction projects. The client, a representative of an international leader in sustainable construction, produces engineering materials for large infrastructure projects like cements, aggregates, commercial concrete mixes, non-metallic materials. Being a large enterprise with 1,500 staff members, they process 4 plants and 3 quarries where they extract non-metallic materials. In December 2021, they searched for a profound solution to cope with the following challenges. Dispatching the delivery process, calculating KPIs, reporting on the indicators of the carriers is a routine and labor-intensive process. Employees of the company have to switch between programs, manually process the information. So the main problems were the following: labor cost for dispatching, the human factor in processing information from different sources, the lack of single space with necessary information, manual way of processing information, and hectic communication with clients. The solution is a delivery management platform that unites data from several sources: Violon, Flespi, customers logistics system, database with information on orders were used to solve clients' challenge. The consolidated data is displayed in a custom part of the project developed for the client. The dispatcher portal was represented by a dispatcher portal and a client portal. The dispatcher portal, the dispatcher portal is a single interface dispatch management system used by the employees to have all the order-related information in front of them and make database decisions. The client portal has similar functionality to the dispatch management system. The portal also provides provides every customer with a personal account where they can track their deliveries online. And talking about the result, the dispatch management system keeps dispatchers and clients updated on the total of 500 orders daily. It significantly improved the level of transparency, control, and automation, and bring improvements to the level of services the company offers to its clients. And now, let me invite my colleague, Alexander Kushino, on stage to help me announce the winner in this nomination.
We are not selling anything now. We are just handing in those great awards. And thank you, Valery, for the description of that project. And thank you for the company that created such a great portal for this company which works in engineering and materials for construction. Why I have, not every country would have such advanced logistic companies like in the first project, but why I like ready-mix concrete? Because in every country they do construction. In every country they do cement, right? And that is why that type of the project description that you've heard right now is something that can be used, I believe, in many more countries. So please remember those guys that would enter the stage right now and talk to them. Maybe they would really share the real experience, not the marketing description that you've heard right now, but the real something special about the project and tell you more about it. So the winner in ready-mix concrete would be the company GeoService. Okay, how do you feel?
Fine.
Fine, okay.
Swahili or Russian?
What was it?
Swahili or Russian?
Swahili. We've got guys from Tanzania here, right? Can you help us with the Swahili? Okay, they pretend to know something. Скажите что-нибудь, ребят.
В прошлом году мы также победили в этой номинации.
Okay. We love Violon a lot, and it is a great platform.
Я могу также сказать и на русском, да, мы очень любим Violon.
So they really love Violon, you see. So last year, actually, Evgeny says last year they've got the trophy in the same nomination for the same project.
Yes.
Congratulations on winning again.
Но это был маленький проект, мы нарастили его.
Okay, but it was a small project, and then it grew up. And that explains, that explains why this year we have non-Gurtam members in the jury. When Alexei and Milan will join the stage, we can ask them, how to get to this stage? 2 years in a row with the same project.
Жюри поменялось.
The jury changed, the project stays. That's really cool. Окей, серьезно, компания полностью сейчас оборудована, все хорошо у них? Или третий год подряд пойдем? I asked, would we go for the third year, or the company is done right now?
Этот сервис развивается, каждая итерация новая, примерно там раз в 3-4 месяца публикуется дополнительно, цена наращивается.
То есть на сегодняшний день у нас есть информация, что компания будет переходить на другую систему учета, и, скорее всего, появятся какие-то новые задачи.
So yes, you better not apply for this.
И мы любим Violon.
They love Violon so much, so that every 3-4 months the company makes some changes, and they're also changing their ERP system. So probably they'll have to do more development for this company. So that means, yeah.
Я хотел бы вспомнить одного человека, слова которого сколько-то лет назад повлияли на развитие нашей компании. И если бы Алексей Чурков в тот момент не направил нас в правильную сторону, мы бы не стали тем, кем мы есть сейчас. Я бы хотел сказать огромное спасибо.
Yeah, it's gratitude to Alexei Shurko, who made, I believe, a presentation on one of the conferences about Flespi and the ways how the companies can develop their business. Yeah, and it's thanks to his advice and presentation now, GeoService is where they are right now. Yeah. Congratulations, guys.
Congratulations. Thank you, GeoService, and congratulations. Our next winner comes from the category of long-haul shipping. To present this category, I would like to invite Violon's Partner Growth Manager and a fellow jury member, Mirza Mohammad Nawaz.
Dear partners, I can see some very happy faces in the audience today, and also some of the eager faces who are desperate to walk up to the stage and grab their much-deserving awards. Well, I hope you're all enjoying this event and most probably having fun, because that's very important. And I hope that you get your much deserving awards. So let's see what we have in this category. First of all, I'd like to say that it's an honor to be on the stage and to present to you the astonishing projects that are being implemented in the IoT industry. So after the results from the ready-mix concrete and fuel transportation categories, we now have our next big nomination from long-haul shipping. As you all might already know, long-haul refers to movement of goods or freight over distances above 400 kilometers and above, and it's often done via trucks. This year, we received high creative projects, and it was making really hard for our jury members to evaluate these projects and find out the best one out of all. So the project that received the highest ratings was implemented by one of our fastest growing partners in Mexico for the client named Frio Express. Frio Express is a transportation company with over 40 years of experience in transport sector. They provide logistics and transport solutions to the clients in Mexico and US. The company employs more than 630 professionals, professional drivers, and own over 600 tractor trailers. Let us take a look at some of the key challenges faced by the client. When an accident happened, the client did not have enough evidence to present to the insurance companies. There was no way to monitor the excess driving hours of the drivers based on the Mexican transport regulations. The client didn't have technology to identify poor control and driver management practices. There was no real-time assistance to the drivers. For example, the response time to the authorities wasn't quick enough or to make or stop robbery. As a solution, our partner transformed the tractor trailers into an interactive management system by installing artificial intelligence cameras from heaven that generate the alerts to prevent accidents. They also incorporated different accessories that can generate sound or visual alerts, which will keep the operator alert. All events generated with this alarm trigger in the tractor trailer activated an actuator that can reduce the speed of the vehicle, which will help aware the driver. In the event of an accident or theft, the device helps to retrieve the video from the memory card, which can be used for investigation and insurance purposes. The device internally stores evidence on its 1 terabyte solid-state drive, which is shock-proof and avoids any risk or damages. If the cellular network is not available, then the device saves the messages in a black box, which will be useful as if the device goes out of signal, all the messages can be saved and it can be unloaded when the truck is back in the network zone, or it can use Wi-Fi when it's back to its base to retrieve all the data. The solution has helped Frio Express in not only avoiding accidents and thefts, but has also resolved the problems related to claims, both with the customers and with the insurance companies. As you can see, the client has expressed great satisfaction with the solution implemented by our partner. And due to this solution, it has become possible to identify and evaluate driving hours and driving behaviors for different drivers. I'm sure it's a long read. I don't think you can finish the whole thing. You can read it later. So I'd now like to welcome on stage Alexander Kushinov and Sergei Kostenko, Head of Product, to award the winner to this nomination, Long Haul Shipping.
Okay, long haul shipping. This is one of the most toughest, most competitive nominations. Our today's winner has done a great job in introducing the new technologies to WLON and to their projects, such as artificial intelligence. They used video, which we all like that much. They made the lives of drivers safer and actually easier and I guess more impactful. So due to all these reasons, due to the scalability that they had, the impact that they, I hope so, made to this company. We invite to the stage the winners. The winners in the long-haul shipping nomination, cobertura totale telemetria. Sorry, guys. Thank you very much.
Yeah, we need the microphone here.
Yes. So can you tell a couple of words?
Data connectivity?
Yep.
Data connectivity, what?
Data connectivity and data connectivity, yes. So, how was you inspired by this to introduce AI in your solution? What inspired you actually?
What inspired that? We believe in everything is already developed, but the operators on the truck company, nobody cares about theirs. You know, the truck owners, they want to fill up the trucks. They want to get 720 hours a month. But this company believes in the operators. The human resources for that company is the most important for them. And they ask us to develop something to protect the lives of their truck drivers. We start working this since 2 years ago, almost. We compete with big companies. We compete with Nightmare, with, Shipset, struggling, everything. But finally, we got the solution. Actually, all the company, they believe in the project, and they start working on from scratch. We start using so many different hardware brands on video. We have to adapt the artificial intelligence because all of the parameters are for the European drivers or United States drivers. But in Mexico and Latin America, there's another kind of drivers, believe me.
That's why you need artificial intelligence for that.
Yeah, we need to adapt artificial intelligence. We need to move parameters. We have to do something on the highways because in Europe, here in Dubai, everything is with lines, yellow, white, everything. In Mexico,
it's just road.
Just the road.
Just
the road, you have to cross the fingers to see if that road is the correct road.
So did you already make the impact? Did you save some lives, hopefully?
Yeah, we did the measures already. Actually, there is 0 accidents. There is zero lives wasted on the highways. And I'm pretty sure the company is going to award more recognition from the truck drivers and from the customers.
That's awesome to hear. Thank you very much.
It's so good to know. Yeah, and my question before handing in this award to you would be: how big is your shelf or display for the trophies that you got from us?
We're trying to figure out how long it needs to be.
And right now, it would be number what?
5.
I think it's the 7.
5.
7.
7.
Yeah, 7 or 6. I don't know. 7.
That's so cool. That's so cool. So there is something, to take from you. And
congratulations.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Let's move a bit closer.
Next category. The winner for the next category comes from fuel transportation and storage. And to tell you more about this, I'd like to invite Karina Lukyanova on stage.
Well, fuel transportation. I'm sure many of our partners are familiar with this nomination, and any fleet owner knows how important is the fuel management, particularly now, considering that the price fuel has increased significantly over the last year. Plus, considering that the fuel expenses take around 30% from the entire cost of a fleet operations, is very important to keep an eye on this factor for any company. Now, let's look at the case which was presented in this nomination. The end customer is a national leader in timber industry. They are focusing in developing environmentally friendly technologies for a deep processing of wood and waste-free raw materials. The company owns over 2,000 different vehicles for hauling timber and transporting wood. To reduce the general costs, they initially wanted to implement a fuel management system into their operations. But unfortunately, initial attempt with the previous provider didn't bring any success to them. And of course, there was challenges for that. First of all, they had different types of vehicles within their fleet, which meant that unified solution was not enough, and they needed to find a unified solution for all of them. Moreover, clients have used large refueling tanks, which required initial pre-calibration. And lastly, the routes which were trucks were following all the time, they very frequently they didn't have any connection, or there was no GSM network on them. So, initially, the project was to optimize the fuel costs. However, with further collaboration with the end customer, partner managed to provide a more sophisticated solution for them. It included fuel consumption monitoring and end-to-end fuel accounting. A proper created dashboard showed gave a full visual of all vehicles and how much fuel they were using. Partner have also integrated the solution with a fuel dispensing providers in order to see a full usage of the fuel throughout the fleet. On top of that, customer had a very high requirements towards the service provider and the technical support. And for this, partner has developed a dedicated mobile application for which they could see all of the orders and also update their completed orders through that application, which afterwards went to a dedicated CRM. Of course, once the network is back. And for hardware, Galileo Sky 7X Wi-Fi hub trackers have been used. The specific model works both with GSM and Wi-Fi networks. Plus, it supports the inbuilt EasyLogic technology, which was used to set up the automatical switch between the different networks when it's required. Results were astonishing. On the very first day when they have installed the equipment just on one vehicle, they have managed to find unauthorized fuel usage. With a nominal flow rate of 50 liters per 100 kilometers, a reporting figure showed 80 liters per 100 kilometers. And after fully utilizing solution and implementing it, the customer reported a saving in fuel of 30 to 50%. Lastly, the solution reduced the malpractice among the employees and helped to eliminate the cases of sabotage, which appeared rather frequently before that. Now, in order to help me to nominate the winners in this category, I would like to invite Andrei Litetsky and head of jury, and Alexey Zhurkevich, a distinguished member of our external jury from Volvo Construction Equipment. Alexey, before we announce the winner, do you mind sharing a little bit more about your experience of being the external jury with us this year?
When you go on stage.
Yeah, first of all, I would like to give
My eyes can't
huge
catch
kudos
the
to
pace
the
of
team
the text. When I
who
look
was
at the
able
audience and
to
look
pull
back
off this
and
event
look,
because
where is the
it's
text?
just amazing.
Thank you.
You're rocking, guys. I was invited to be a part of this event this year, and actually I was hesitant in the beginning, but once I got exposure to the numerous use cases of IoT devices in different industries, I was just amazed how sometimes simple solution can drastically improve customer bottom line. So, and then I also learned a lot of different applications which could be inspired for Volvo Construction Equipment, who is in the middle of transitioning from just machine supplier to a solution provider. So this is why it was a great opportunity for me to join this event and be a part of it.
Thank you so much, and it was a pleasure having you as well as part of the jury. And maybe if you can share with us a few words on the case itself, because you were judging it as well, so maybe some insights on the process.
Yeah, sure. So I really like that case because so it was related to forestry, and this is the area where Volvo Construction Equipment has a deep expertise. So we really know the business and we really know the struggles of these customers. So one of the struggle is to how to get the data from the machines who operate in somewhere in the middle of the woods where there is no cellular coverage. But you really need that data, right, in order to measure your performance, to improve it. That was the first reason I really liked that project. And another one is it is related to fuel consumption and fuel efficiency. So in Volvo, sustainability, energy sources is very important, is very big in the agenda. So we are transitioning to electric vehicles. And every project which targets the more efficient fuel use is very dear to my heart, let's say. So that was the second reason I really liked that project.
Great, so with no further ado, would you like to announce the winner?
Yeah, and the award for the best omelette. No, it's not the omelette. For the best fuel monitoring and fleet management tracking goes to our friends from GeoService.
How many projects you need to submit in order to win? Сколько проектов вы подали в этом году?
3 проекта. В прошлом году тоже было 3, и 2 проекта победили. В этом году тоже 2 проекта победили. Пока.
So this year our friends have submitted 3 projects, but in accordance to my data, it was 4 projects and 2 out of 4. So congratulations. Поздравляю.
Спасибо.
Regarding this project, we've heard about the tough conditions, road situation, low temperature. So, what was the most difficult part? Мы слышали о том, в каких условиях проект внедрялся, температуры нет, не было доступа к сети. Что было что бы вы выделили как самое тяжелое?
Евгению пришлось, наверное, почти месяц прожить в лесу, проводить технический аудит, преодолеть порядка 4000 километров на своем автомобиле по тайге. Да, зимой изучать топливные емкости, изучать технику. Затем он прислал фотографию. Мы делали аудит удаленно, готовили оснащение. У нас не было права на ошибку, потому что монтажника был ограниченный комплект. То есть он должен был 100% угадан во время монтажа.
So, in a nutshell, yeah, Eugene had to live alone in the forest, eating birds and lizards while installing everything and preparing the project. And you cannot just go 2 times to this place where the project was implemented. So there were some special conditions, not only for the client, but also for the guys who were installing it. So, поздравляем вас с этим.
Поздравляем. Поздравляем.
The next category is construction and demolition. And once again, please invite Nawaz Mirza Mohammed on stage.
First of all, I'd like to say that I feel so proud when I see such complex projects being implemented and how IoT is solving the real problems across the globe. So that's really nice. Our next nomination, as Kevin mentioned, is from one of the largest industries, that is construction and demolition. To give you a brief idea, construction market alone is expected to grow by $4.5 trillion between 2020 and 30. To reach a total of over $15.2 trillion globally. The winning project was implemented by a company established over 19 years ago in South Africa. Well, here's a spoiler. This company is owned by two brothers. I hope I have not given away a lot of information about the winner already. Let's see what we have next. The client name is Mahalubi Plant and Transport, and it is a South African company who specializes in road, water pipeline, and reservoir construction services. They have a fleet size of over 100 vehicles and another 100 being added very soon. Now let's take a look at what challenges the client faced mainly. A fuel level monitoring system in South Africa is a must due to the high level of robberies there. The client lost over $15,700 of fuel every month due to thefts. Well, let me slow down a bit here and ask you a question. I don't expect any science students here, but does anyone here knows what is the largest organ in a human body? Skin. Yeah, let's have a round of applause for this gentleman here. Well, it's skin, and as the famous saying goes, there are more than one ways to skin a cat. In other words, there is more than one way to solve a problem. And the company's managing director believed that a leader should be on the field to motivate the group and guarantee the quality of work. And thus, he required real-time alerts on his phone always to see what's happening on across his fleet. The client also wanted to know when a tipper truck conveys a load each time to ensure the construction material is safe. For better staff, cargo, and vehicle security, the client also required a driver behavior monitoring solution. To solve all these challenges, our partner equipped all the vehicles with Teltonika trackers, Streamax cameras, and also some radio frequency backup devices. To solve the fuel theft problem, Escort fuel level sensors were installed. There were also Escort's fuel level sensors were on the tipper trucks, water carts, graders, low beds, and excavators. Tipper trucks were also equipped with track fuel Bluetooth tank caps. The data from these devices is visualized in Vialon through maps, reports, and notifications. Vialon's sensors application, sensolators application, and dashboard are used to monitor the high-risk vehicles conveniently in one place. Vialon is used in this project as the main fuel level monitoring solution. And to satisfy the requirement of their managing director, the push notifications were configured to his Vialon's mobile application. As a result, every month, the client now saves over 4,500 liters of fuel, thanks to Vialon's fuel monitoring features and Teltonika trackers, Escort sensors, and track Bluetooth caps. With help of Vialon mobile app, as I said, the driver receives mobile notifications now. It has also become easy to track when the vehicle suspiciously deviates from the route or stops for illegal unloading. The eco-driving application has also helped determine the bad drivers and get a scorecard of their drivers. Now, to announce the award, I would like to call on stage Maria Sarikova, Product Manager's Team Lead. Please, Maria.
So it is really astonishing to learn that for this project, really a lot of nice features of Vialon were used. And for me, as a product manager, I'm really proud of this, and I know that my work is not in vain. So I see that these features that me and our team of Vialon develops brings value. So, and this is also a very promising and nice example for the whole community. And without further ado, I would like to invite to this stage the winner of this nomination, Tracking Africa. So, Carla, Patrick, Jody, heartiest congratulations to you. Please keep this award. It's for you. So, can you probably share a few words with us? So, how you feel about this victory?
Really, really great, thank you, and it's lovely to be here. Second year, last year, we took for field transportation, so it's an honor to be back here, or to be here, because of COVID. And it's an honor to be working with software like Waylon. We had a chat to people earlier on, and we were talking about how one-dimensional a lot of tracking companies are. So it's nice for us to go to clients and be able to give them a variety of options and custom-built solutions for their business.
Great, really great example. Anything else to add? Probably.
It's really easy to, if we've got a great system like Waylon and a great team, that we've all put our heads together and thought out of the box, and we've got really happy customer now.
Great, and so from the description that we heard from my colleague Nawaz, and what I know about this project, so it has a lot of parts and a lot of things to take into account. So can you please share what's difficult to manage it? How many of your team members were involved in this project, if it's possible?
Mostly all our team was involved in that. Basically, we got for tipping, when the vehicle has to tip, you'll get a notification. Fuel caps opening notifications, escort fuel level sensors, and
a lot of
cameras,
yeah.
So it's a long installation.
So how much time do you take for you to, from the very beginning and till implementation, the final implementation?
So we did the project in sections over months, a couple of months.
Yeah, a couple of months.
Months.
Right.
Yes.
Yes.
Difficult because the vehicles weren't all in the same place. So we had to travel a lot.
I see.
Yes.
Okay, very nice and very inspiring, and once again, congratulations to you.
Thank you.
Thank you, well done.
So let's make a picture.
Picture, please.
Our next project comes from, our next winner comes from the nomination of Public Transportation. And to tell us more, please welcome my colleague, Valery Lobatsevich.
So, as my colleagues, I'm very proud to be here today to announce nominees and winners. I'm also very proud to be here today and announce the winner in the public transport category. Traveling by public transport is a great and convenient way to get from one location to another, e.g. like visiting places of interest in the center of the city or suburbs. And speaking in general, public transportation is a system for taking people from one place to another, which operates at regular times on fixed routes. The highest scored project within this nomination was implemented by our partner for their client, which is the largest garment exporter in Sri Lanka, contributing to over 3% of country's GDP. The company uses over 1,000 vehicles managed by 23 business units to pick up 20,000 employees on a scheduled basis, and to transport staff upon request when they have to travel between their business units, visit clients, suppliers, etc. The company rents its fleet from multiple vehicle owners and who are paid monthly at a pre-agreed kilometer-based rate and faced the following issues. The company had to deal with 50,000 transport requests every month. During the approved trips, vehicles were often misused, and previously it was hard to prove it. When several employees from different departments traveled in the same way. It was impossible to share trips as they were managed by different business teams in each business unit. And the budget for transportation was often exceeded. So this solution consists of the Gopher platform for staff transport management, the VLON platform for GPS tracking and IoT, and Xirgo FMS 500 and Concox GV26 trackers were installed in all vehicles. How it works in general. Staff passengers request vehicles for various business visits with single or multiple points to be visited, and the manager approves them. Dispatcher rejects the orders, rejects or accepts requests and assigns them to drivers. Based on the estimated or actual mileage, drivers can be paid for the trips completed. The platform allows the manager to get all the information about the trip, allows setting up a budget for transportation, and notify the employee if the trip was rejected. And allows dispatcher filter by a driver at any time and select completed trips to pay by actual or pre-estimated mileage. And as a result, the solution has considerably facilitated corporate transport management for the client. Thanks to rejected unimported trips, reduced misuse cases, and accurate distance calculation, it saves $12,500 per month. Employee transport management with Gopher gives the ability to stick to the budget and includes automatic trip blocking if the budget is exceeded. There is no way for transport misuse, as managers and dispatchers can access all the trip information with the Gopher platform and see if there were any deviations from the routes. And now, let me invite my colleague Anastasia Yeroho and our distinguished jury manager Milan Shletic from Sensata to help me to announce the winner in this nomination.
Thank you. So, let's address the question that Alexander Kursinov just asked us on the very first presentation. What is the secret of being the winner this year? The point of view of the member of the jury. Milan.
Well, we are bribed several times, and well, Gurtam didn't pay well. We need to earn something. Yeah, actually, it's not hard. You just need to be brilliant, genius.
Yeah, easy breezy.
Easy breezy.
Okay, thank you so much. That's a real recipe. Thank you. That was the answer you were expecting? Okay, good. So yeah, before we announce the winner, I would like to share a super small personal story with you. I joined the company 5 years ago. And when I joined marketing, we thought, okay, it's a very good way to exchange the knowledge inside the community, to publish the case studies, to publish the projects just as we are sharing today, the project just as Valery has shared with us. I created, as I thought, a brilliant email, and we sent it to all the partners, saying, dear partners, please, could you share the projects with us? We will put them on their website. We will put them on the blog. We will give you the publicity. It will be super nice for your marketing. It will be super nice for community knowledge sharing. 5 years ago, I think we had maybe 1,500 of partners. Can you guess how many answers I get to those emailing? Any guesses from the audience? 1? 5? It was like the first day, it was absolutely silent. I was refreshing the inbox all the time. I don't know, like million times a day. It was nothing. And the next day, I got one email from this very company. Many years have passed. Now we have the project implementation team, led by Andrew Letetsky. You saw him, he's the head of jury. We have a lot of cases on the website. We have a lot of case studies. We have this amazing ceremony. We have this amazing contest. But I still remember those only one email with the description of the project. By the way, it was also about the public transportation. So it's a very personal story for me. So that is why I would like to announce the winner in the nomination Public Transportation, which is Cloud AP, Sri Lanka. Congratulations once again, well deserved. This is your trophy. Thank you so much. So let's talk about your project a little bit. The name of the application is Gopher. Please tell us who chose those names and what does it mean?
It was like we wanted something catchy, something short, and also something to do with driver. So it's the main part of it. So we thought we'll come up with Gopher finally.
So who was the author? Nice job. Like from the marketing point of view, I really like it. And another question about the numbers. Valery shared that this customer of yours, he is like 3% of the GDP of the whole country. Is that true?
Yes, it is.
Wow,
he's the largest export of garment.
Mm-hmm. I think that it will be super interesting to everyone how to get such a client. So what did you do?
Yeah, actually this customer went with, once we went few years, probably 10 years back, we lost. And then he went with the Sri Lanka's largest, because this is a large company, then we were very small. So they went with the largest telco. And about 5 years later, they were totally dissatisfied, and then they again bidded. And then with 800 vehicles, we got it back and introduced Violin. And then probably few years later, we've saved them so much. And then also we introduced Fleet Run, all the eco driving and all the features Violin had, because they wanted to more and more organized, they wanted to save more and more because they knew that they could get it from us because we were giving them every time solutions. So we introduced everything. And then after that, now they wanted more to save more. So then at that time, we were also looking at the market, coming up with the solution. And our first customer for this solution became 1,000 large fleet. And we introduced it this year. And within a very short time, they were very happy with the solution and they started saving more. So it was a big challenge for us. Also, like even after, this was a customer who was saving so much from the beginning, and we were able to save more and then keep him very happy.
Thank you so much. It can be a Netflix movie, I think. Like a super nice story. Thank you so much and congratulations once again. Let's take a picture together.
Just take the mics. The next point I wanted to highlight is that the IoT Project of the Year, we accept nominations from partners all around the world. Just let me recap the winners right now. We've had partners from Lebanon, from Mexico, from Sri Lanka, from Central Asia, and who's going to be next? Let's find out. The next category is agriculture. And to tell you more about this, I'd like to invite my colleague Shahzeh and Rashid on stage.
Agriculture industry has evolved globally after the introduction of telematics solution. By using variety of sensors, machinery, and planning, the farmers could save a lot of time, resources, and get desired results. Our next project comes from the company in Israel by the Farm Manager, which is a startup in IoT solution, developing a global solution for agriculture. To optimize their developed IoT solution, they were looking for a GPS platform with a reliable API and also a reliable hardware. After looking for the right hardware and solution for around 6 months, they contacted our partners in Israel. Let's look at the challenges they were facing. Farm Manager required a reliable telematics solution to track GPS data received from the trackers installed in the tractors and other machinery. It seems like a simple requirement. However, the tractors and other farm machinery usually work between the speeds of 1 to 4 kilometers per hour. Most trackers in the market are not able to track such low speeds, which means the farmer was struggling to get accurate readings here. These non-efficient readings would affect in the farm operations in a very negative way. Even if they found a tracker, the API wasn't convenient. The hardware API was crucial to get the required telematics data here. They required aggressive tracking within the intervals of 5 to 10 seconds. for the speed of between 1.4 to 4.2 kilometers, for example, for the spraying operations in the field. Now, for the overall accuracy, many global manufacturers tried to change the firmware of the tracker. However, they were not able to get the results they were expecting. Let's look at the solution. Farm Manager contacted our partner from Israel, who has been working with Violon for more than 9 years. After working with many manufacturers, our partner chose the model GL320 from QuickLink. After integrating this device with Farm Manager, our partners also developed a converter to convert one voltage to another and making it a standard for other various trackers used in this project. For effective IoT-based farming, our partners offered end client to use Violon and record the accurate data and offer fine-grained tracking. Our Violon team also assisted the partner here with their expertise and suggestions, making it possible to deliver a complete solution to Farm Manager. They can now ensure the automatic logging of daily operations, track field workers, track subcontractors, and also mention the running hours of various equipment on the field. They were also able to identify errors on spot and make corrections online when they could lower the implementation cost. After the solution combined, the partner still kept offering support via phone and email around the clock. Let's look at the results. This IoT farming solution was released in September 2021, locally in Israel, and later adopted by many Israeli agro giants. With the diverse functionality, it became a great fit for multinational projects. The solution is ready for worldwide use and already been tested in USA and European regions. The chosen tracker from QuickLink also supports international connectivity, which made possible for the low data cost packages around the world. Since the solution was developed only after proper research and collaborations, they call this solution out-of-the-box implementation, and it could be deployed without any extra hassle of procuring the right hardware and right solution. Using farm managers, farmers can control the execution of their work plan, and instructions, automatic logging of all the machinery operations, improve the daily work, and save their time. The fleet owner can now track employees, their work schedules, usage of the machinery, helping them to optimize and reduce the overall cost on the implementation activities. This solution was also published in an article in the local newspaper, of which the farm manager and our partner both are very proud of. Now, I would like to call Mr. Alexander Kushinov on stage to announce the winner.
Oh, yeah. Those who've been on stage know that normally it works, but now it doesn't. So I'm not sure about the name or the category. The industry is agriculture, yeah?
It's
and luckily we have the name here, yeah, on the trophy.
Yes.
But it is, I should say that that industry is a very important one, especially these days, when you see, because of some natural disasters, like the one we had in Pakistan, or some political ones that are happening right now in Europe. Many, crop harvesting and the agricultural results in many countries are not so good as they're supposed to be, and that can cause massive problems in many countries. So in those regions where it is still possible to have good results in agriculture, it is so good to know that our product and our community also plays a role to improve the results that agriculture companies are having, yeah, and due to the efforts of this partner in Israel, yeah, not the biggest country, and I'm not sure how good soil is there, but still that company got a perfect results and improved their productivity a lot. So the winner in the agriculture nomination is Ananas Global. We were supposed to have our friend and our partner Kobi Karat here connected, but seems that we are not having him. I'm not sure if it has something to do with those screens, but I do believe that Kobi is watching us. So once again, I do send my best regards to you and your team for implementing of that project, and I hope that the progress that you had on this with the farm manager would be spread around the community and other countries would benefit from it as well. Congratulations to Kobi. Let's clap him.
Ladies and gentlemen, the next category is public safety. And again, I'd like to invite Karina Lukyanova on stage to tell us more about the winner.
All right, public safety. No doubt we all know the importance of the public safety. It involves protecting and securing employees, whether it is a public or private business. When it comes to the private companies, research shows that employees are more committed to the workplace, which is cares about health and safety about their employees. I personally find this nomination dearest to my heart because it shows the commitment of employers to their employees. Sorry. Let's look into the case into more details. The end customer was specializing in shipping goods across Arctic, as well as engagement in cargo storage and snow road construction. The main challenge that they have experienced is a constant issue with the vehicle breakage. You have to understand the place where they were delivering, the quite regular temperature is minus 73 degrees. On top of that, drivers would be stranded in the middle of nowhere with no method of means to communication with the dispatcher, because the routes that they were going through also didn't have any GSM connection on them. Mentioned that. With this in mind, if any emergency occurred on the road, drivers risk their lives and the company risks their reputation in late deliveries. In order to resolve the situation, our participant has used his expertise in satellite monitoring. After many meetings with the end customer, they have developed a detailed plan of how to tackle this opportunity. First of all, they needed to decrease the amount of accidents which happen in the road. With this in mind, they have installed in each vehicle driver monitoring system, which transmitted case-based signals and audible real-time warnings to drivers when they're falling asleep or they're distracted. Then it was essential to find a GPS tracker which would allow real-time monitoring considering the low coverage on the road. For this, a Galileo Sky-based block Iridium terminals were chosen, which allowed to transmit the data via Iridium satellite channels. Furthermore, a 4-button control system has been implemented in each car, which was helpful when if there's an accident, it had 4 buttons, which represented which accident is it. If it's a weather condition, health and safety issue, accident on the road, or simple vehicle breakage. So if the accident occurs, driver presses the relevant button and the dispatcher receives a specific location where he's based and what type of accident he's experiencing at the moment. Now let's look at the results. With the help of implemented solution, drivers' attention on the road has improved significantly. This resulted in decrease in number of accidents during the drivers. Moreover, due to the full visual control, an employer has a better control over drivers' performance, and this boosted drivers' discipline overall. Following that, company reported a reduction in downtime, repairs, and lost cargo or missed deliveries. And due to the implemented accident report system, operators were able to increase their response time in case of an emergency. Now, let me kindly invite my colleagues Alexander and Nikolai Melnikov, Head of Customer Services Center, to join me on stage and announce the winner.
So, hello once again. You know, it's hard to imagine how difficult the drivers is to perform when he feels himself is alone somewhere in the middle of nowhere. When I was listening to the description of this project, I even felt the freezing of my skin, you know. And let's now make it hot and announce the winner. In this nomination, the winner is... Okay, the winner name is Montrans. Welcome on the stage. Can you tell us a few words about the background of this project? Why have you chosen such scenario, such cold scenario?
It's really cold. It's far north, it's Arctic region, and the end of Earth.
Okay.
The end of Russia, nearby Alaska.
It's a hard question. Where is end of Russia now?
Yeah.
These days. If you know what I mean, yeah?
But firstly, I want to tell you many thanks. What we are here, what you invite our company on this nomination, and we can tell you about our solution. Thanks.
Okay, and maybe you had a chance to visit somewhere near the North Pole to check the devices in the real conditions?
Yeah, really, we installed our equipment on different kinds of vehicles in North Pole, and one of ship which traveling at North Pole, we installed one of GPS tracker.
That's really cool.
Okay, so congratulations once again.
Thanks.
And let's make a picture together.
And the microphone back.
The next winner comes from the category of local deliveries. And to present this, I would like to present this case. I would like to call my colleague Shahzain Rashid on stage once again.
This project is nominated for local deliveries. The nominated project comes from the heart of Southeast Asia for a delivery company by the name Thailand Post Distribution, affiliated by Thailand Post. This solution have already been implemented with more than 200 vehicles, and nearly 3,000 units are already in the process of being connected. Thailand Post Distribution is a leading logistics management company delivering G2G, B2B, and B2C customers in the region. They transport variety of e-commerce products, pharmaceuticals, electronics, household appliances, and much more. They contacted service provider by the name Xsense, which is already providing tracking for more than 11,000 vehicles in Thailand. This integrator teamed up with one of our Violon technology partner to deliver the solution for Thailand Post Distribution. Let us look at the expected requirements this fleet owner had mentioned. In Thailand, the authorities required delivery identification to be installed in all delivery vehicles. It was also necessary for the fleet manager to ensure that only authorized employees can drive these vehicles. There were some cases reported about the cargo theft and hijackings, which should be avoided at all costs. With the increasing fuel prices, they also wanted to optimize the fuel consumption and save possible cost here. At the same time, they wanted the driver behavior module with ranking system to assure the safety of drivers, vehicles, and cargo. Specifically, they just wanted to keep the track records of overspeeding events, harsh acceleration, or harsh braking. Looking at these challenges, our technology partner joined Xsense to implement the following steps for the perfect solution. Xsense used their own platform and configured the driver management system to control the assignment of drivers. They installed Pro 5 GPS trackers from Ruptela, which supported the magnetic card readers and a voice playback hardware. This tracker was a 4G model with dual antennas to allowing the fleet owners to avoid unauthorized trips or misuse of the vehicles, which also help them minimize the theft cases. With the eco-driving features in the platform, they were able to send real-time voice alerts to the drivers whenever there was overspeeding, harsh acceleration, or braking, and only stop, these voice alerts would only stop when they start driving safe again. Implementing this feature was important to improve the driving behavior rankings and improve the annual fuel consumption of the vehicles. There were voice alerts also generated repeatedly to remind the drivers to authorize their rides. All violations recorded by the trackers were later generated in reports showing the rankings of all the drivers during these trips. Our technology partner helped configure the devices prior to the installation, which made the installation process quicker and also offered 24 hours multilingual support. Let us see the results. So yes, now the fleet of the drivers and vehicles were being tracked in the real time, helping them to optimize their delivery. With the implemented features, the drivers now don't forget to authorize their trips because of the continuous voice alerts from the RFID reader. The alerts also help remind the drivers to drive carefully and avoid penalties and bad rankings in the reports. The authorization system also helped reduce the theft cases. Whenever a theft case was suspected, the fleet owner could directly track the vehicle's location. With the successful results and improved driving style and optimized operations, the average cost spent on the fuel was also improved. Our technology partner has delivered the solution to 200 vehicles, and now they are under the process of installing the rest of the 3,000 devices belonging to Thailand Post Distribution. Now, please let me call Andrew Letetsky and Anastasia Iroho on stage to award this announcement.
And here I'm really happy to announce the company that participates for the first time. This is their first time and their first victory in the IoT Project of the Year. And the company is Ruptela. How does it feel like staying here and winning your first submitted project?
Actually, a surprise for me. Expected, but not so much. Because first time, just to see what is happening here. So thank you very much for that.
Thank you for participating. So you are, we know your company as a hardware manufacturer, yet in this project you were supervising all the implementation process. So what do you think is critical to have for a service provider, an integrator, in order to win and implement such remarkable projects like the one from Thailand?
Sure. So biggest thanks is for Extens company, which brings this project to us. Actually, the biggest part was to onboard the customer with technology part. To make this fast and efficient and to make some adjustments in the fast way, because it was very little time to make this adjustment, special development which is needed and to win the project. So I believe this part was crucial one.
So in order, if you sum it up, you need to be prompt with providing some assistance, right?
Sure.
Okay.
With onboarding, with some additional development which is needed, maybe some just adjustments, either to make some bigger development parts. So yeah,
okay.
What we're doing.
Thank you for sharing
Thank you very
this.
much.
And I'm really sorry. Probably the last question from me. I wanted to ask you, like, do you see that, and do you agree that the drivers monitoring is something that is really in demand nowadays, and that can keep being the trend for the nearest future?
I see that eco driving and driver behavior is some top feature, which is actually driving the business today, eco driving, and how the driver behaves during his job. So I think this part is very, very important one, and we see big growth in this functionality and the demand from.
Okay, yes. Thank you.
Thank you. So what other top features would you mention? So you said that naked driving is like number one. So what others are in the top?
Well, it's
From your experience.
Sure. So eco driving is number one, theft protection. Second one, safety security. I would say third one, and efficiency and especially in Europe, efficiency of process, how to deliver, in which time, how fast, and which price also is a part of the functionalities that grows and shows big demand for development of our products.
Yeah, it's very nice because it really correlates with what was Andrei sharing in the presentation with the trends that we saw when we were, not me, but the jury team members were like noticing while analyzing all the projects. So it's really very nice that it's a match what you are sharing and what we see out of all the projects that we got.
So
yeah, congratulations once again,
your trophy.
Let's take a picture.
So ladies and gentlemen, that's it. We're done for the day. No, not yet. 4 more awards. So these did not fit into the classic categories that we had envisioned. So we're awarding some special recognition awards because of this end results that they achieved for their customers. Yeah. So tell us more. I'd like to first invite my colleague Nawaz once again on stage.
Hello again, ladies and gentlemen. It's now time for the special recognition awards. We have this nomination for the projects that do not land in any other nomination categories, yet are very special and make a huge impact in the IoT industry. The project was implemented for Bravo Logistics, which is a Tanzanian company with a fleet of 70 vehicles. They specialize in cargo handling all over the East, Central and Southern Africa regions, and they focus on seamless imports and exports by sea, land, and air. Bravo Logistics had good customers and steady revenue, yet they faced some losses that drained the profit that they could have made. A major problem was excessive idling. Idling instances by the truck drivers resulted in monthly losses. High cost of fines and violations from speeding, night driving, and overloading was another issue. Let's take a look at the solution they adopted. To solve this issue, our Vialon partner equipped the vehicles with Raptella and Teltonika devices. Our partner analyzed the eco-driving data in Vialon, which was pulled onto BI report dashboards via Vialon API. This was a difficult task for our partner as different tracking devices send telemetry data in different protocols, in different formats. They also used push notifications from Vialon and captured the same on BI reports and alerts that were displayed on the web application. Finally, they managed to develop BI reports that displayed information from various different Vialon tables that are consolidated into one single report. As a result, the client could now get entire information in a single look at the BI dashboard. They could see the profile of high-risk drivers who were most likely to cause accidents due to their poor driving behavior. Client was able to immediately capture and address notifications on unacceptable driving behaviors that could result in potential accidents. Reduction in idling instances by truck drivers resulted in monthly savings. Also, the reduction in overspeeding and night driving incidents also resulted for saving road traffic fines. So that's the project, and to call the winner on stage, let me invite Alexander Kushinov once again.
Special recognition nomination, and I personally got so fascinated with that project, so that I decided to buy tickets and examine how the project is implemented myself. Seriously, so at the end of, after 2 months, I'm traveling to Tanzania to check how driver scoring works there, seriously, because the winner in that nomination is AfriTruck. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
So you
Thank
remember
you.
how it all started? There were that partners who said either Russian or Swahili.
Yes, I recall that.
So that's a chance for you.
All right, to speak Swahili?
Yeah, just a few words.
All right, we say jambo to everyone. Very warm welcome from all of you guys over here. It's really nice to get this special recognition. This whole concept of awards and recognition for the system integrators that are there to get in the projects that are niche and exceptional, it's really good. We look forward to that every year. And special thanks to the jury as well as Gurtam for organizing such an exceptional event. And we look forward to more nominations and, of course, participation in the years to come as well.
That's a beautiful speech. Let's clap again.
Thank you.
But I've got a question. Like, while implementing driver profiling in that company, did you face any opposition from drivers? Did they try to, somehow destroy devices or do whatever they want to do, not to let you score them and implement that project?
So unlike other projects that's usually a mix of hardware, this is mostly devices which are kind of like covered and installed within the truck. This case, the entire scoring and everything is shifted onto a software platform and everything is based on eco-driving dynamics. So all of that, it's kind of like very difficult to manipulate, and you just have to, if you do not want these insights to come in, you have to remove the tracker or deinstall the tracker, which is very unlikely. So we had to shift the whole mindset from looking at devices which could be tampered with to shift the whole aspect onto a software level and then give out the intelligence off to the client and ensuring that the results and everything are kind of like neutral to both parties.
That's a great approach, yeah, how to not be having problems with tampering and other problems while doing working in our sphere. So congratulations once again.
Thank you.
The trophy is yours.
Thank you. Thank you.
We have another 2 special recognition awards. And for the next category, please once again welcome my colleagues Shazia and Rashid on stage.
Our next nomination is for another special recognition case which improved the driver management and safety for above 200 vehicles and driver, and many more to be added in the future. All of us can agree that the Advanced Driver System, or simply called ADAS, in the automotive industry has introduced many useful features, like a common rear-view camera, automatic braking systems, safe distance warnings, and much more to ensure the road safety and minimize risk. This project was implemented by one of our Violon partners, well known locally in the region for the quality of services and support they offer. The end user of this project is a huge oil and gas group called Total Energies, which produces fuel, natural gas, electricity, and other energy-based products. They are present actively in more than 130 countries and started their operations in Jordan in 2007. Now, they have more than 180 service stations across the country and introduced many new concepts impacting positively for the Jordan oil distribution sector. Let's try to understand the drawbacks they were facing with their operations. Driver fatigue was one of the first concerns which can cause hazards, accidents, or other dangerous situations. Monitoring of work hours of these drivers driving and make sure they rest during their rest hours was their first priority. Another main concern here was to monitor the driving style that can increase the road safety and protect the high-risk materials or dangerous goods, which usually requires controlled speed limit. In addition, they wanted to control driver behavior to make sure driver has eyes on the road while driving and nothing will divert his attention that could cause accidents. Total also wanted to determine driver assignment control and reports of the previous trips to check who was assigned or responsible for the vehicle. Total Energies have been working with our partner for more than 10 years now. Initially, during the first few years of cooperation, Violon was used to create detailed analytics, rapid notifications, and other features that brought overall efficiency to the fleet operations. Last year, Total launched a new project involving OBC tracking and a custom developed application to view all the data recorded from the OBC and sent to Violon. This application combined all the features of Violon like eco-driving, geofences, notifications, and in total of 50 plus reports were combined to monitor the speed, driver behavior, working hours, and much more. This year, the partner also installed MDVRs and DSM cameras to detect unpleasant driver behavior. It also took some time for them to get the approval from the government to use the video camera devices in the non-restricted areas, as generally video monitoring is prohibited in most of the restricted areas in Jordan. Furthermore, the end customers needed to calculate the actual working hours of the driver. In Jordan, tachographs weren't common. For this purpose, our partners created a special report using Violon's advanced reporting system. I should also mention how our partner used a variety of devices during the implementation of this solution. For example, Zergo device to get cane data, RFID tags to identify the drivers, panic buttons for emergency events, Streamax MDVR and DSM cameras for video surveillance, and a smartwatch was used to alert the driver in real time and send notifications to the client. Moving on to the results. The most progressive result was the reduce of overspeeding events up to 90% lower than before. Overall, the driving behavior of the driver was also improved to at least 85%. With the effective eco-driving management, the drivers were less likely to do the violations. With the controlled work and rest timings, the company was now able to comply with the labor laws at least 95% more than usual. All events generated were later reviewed by the fleet managers, which helped them to further coach the drivers. Now, they were able to provide a better quality of service with unwanted interruptions and saved cost over the loss from the cargo, maintenance of vehicle, and mainly take care of the driver's health and safety. Once again, I would like to call Andrew Letetsky and Anastasia Iroho to announce the winner.
That's an easy one. Even if we don't have the video, even if the TV will switch off, I think that everyone in this audience will know the name of the winner, because the keyword Jordan was already there. So, without any further delay, let me invite TrackLink to the stage as the winner in this nomination. Congratulations once again.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. The Total experience is a very unique one. He believed in us, and we believed in the capabilities of Violon at that time. And if you recall, some of you, I made the presentations on utilizing the SDKs and the special reporting for Total at that time. And he believed in us more, we believed in Violon more, and we reached the stage that, thank you, very detailed explanation. Total they have a very strict health and safety and compliance department. They do internal audit every year for Total Energies all over the world. And they want to make sure the driving behavior and driving safety and the procedures are strictly followed. And we managed to kick out mixed telematics out of this project, and they are starting pushing Violon into their product and solution for the Total around the countries around us.
I can listen to this for ages.
Yes, it is. It is. And I have to mention, it is a special dedication from our side, from our top engineer, Wafa. This client is her baby, and they believed in her. She believed in their cause, and she kept following us. She kept following on them more and more, and they pushed for more. She pushed for more, and finally, this year we reached a milestone with them. We convinced the government to change, with their help, regulations to use forward-facing cameras, which is not allowed in Jordan for any company. So again, it's a collaboration between the client we believe in our partners, and the engineers who believed in the solution and kept pushing forward. So congratulations, Wafa.
Congratulations to you.
Congratulations. Yeah, it was basically Andrew's question regarding those regulations, because it was absolutely amazing how it was changed.
We believed in the cause, and we managed to show them that for the very specific prohibited situation, we can online and turn off the recordings. And they had many proof of concepts and periodic visits by the security agencies to check on this. We finally, with the help of Total Energy's headquarters, we managed to pull it through.
You know, before we came to this stage, this was the question that I wanted to ask, like how you managed to cope with all these sensitive regulations. So thank you very much for the detailed explanation.
Thank you.
And what would you wish to the fellow participants of the contest?
We've learned from last year and the year before, and they pushed us to reflect our experience in the market with the clients and submit. And Total was a last time decision, and in a matter of 2 days we managed to pull it through, and they extended the deadline for us. Thank you, Sasha. In Vilnius, he gave us the secret password for the extending the deadline, so we capitalized on that. Thank you. It's a matter of projecting and translating your experience, the communication, the know-how, into an application to show your dedication, to show the experience, to show the hard work that your engineers and your salespeople are doing. It's not a secret. I mean, we've seen 11 trophies before us, and it was all combined the same experience. It's the same issue.
Thank you. So this is your trophy.
Yeah, I want to invite my team who accompanied me. So it's a little bit large. So please, Baha, Muhammad, Iyad, come.
Please come on stage.
Muawiyah.
And special greetings to Wafa. Yeah. Probably she's watching the online stream, so let's wait for her. Wafa is for you. Thanks.
Let's have a quick picture.
Thank you. Our last special recognition award for the evening. And yes, I know some of you are thinking there are two. We'll come back to that. Our last special recognition award for the evening will be presented by my colleague Valery Lobatsevich.
I'm happy to continue with the special recognition awards and present to you a very specific case which was implemented in Switzerland. The client is renting railway construction wagons to railway construction companies. However, the client is not the owner of the wagons. The owner of the wagons are other construction companies that do not need them for a certain time. And so the client runs some kind of exchange and provides staff as well, if needed, by the clients. So the client was facing the following issues. Three parties from the chain, owners of the wagons, renters, and the client itself, needed to know the location of the wagons as they got lost sometimes. The next problem was there is no permanent electrical power on the wagons to ensure long-term work of tracking devices. And another problem was that client needed to track where the wagons stop, either for parking or for construction works. So the client turned to our partner for a suitable wagon tracking system, and our well-known partner was ready to offer one. As for the software choice, simple track and trace in Veolon was used for the project. And because there was no power in the wagons, LoRa technology was used to collect location data from the wagons. And the chosen devices are water resistant, have a long life battery lasting up to 4 or 5 years without recharging, and have been already integrated with Swisscom's LoRa network. And as the result, the partner provided the client with a reliable LoRa asset tracking solution, allowing the rental company to improve the wagon management. And the actual profit for the client was the following: better customer service. The client can quickly react to clients' requests and inform them about the current location of the wagons. No more lost wagons, as the wagon's location data is always at hand. And transparency. The clients, the wagon owners, and renters can quickly learn where a wagon is instead of wasting time by addressing the questions one to one another. And nothing's better when a client's request is solved with an elegant and hassle-free solution. And now, let me invite my colleague Maria Starikova on stage to help me announce the winner in this nomination.
Wow, it's truly inspiring and rewarding to finish our this scene. So yes, this event with with this nice story. I really like it a lot. I liked this project for being elegant, for being easy, yet really solving tasks of a business, of a client. And it's an honor for me to invite to the stage our partner, Gotthard Handels from Switzerland. Heartiest congratulations. So how do you feel about it, about being a winner?
Well, I would have never expected to win with a small project made by a small company for a small client in a niche technology and a niche industry. So it's really great being here. But let me share about what was the biggest challenge in this project. It was the change of mindset, our mindset. When the client approached us, he told us, well, we want to know where the wagons are, there is no power on it, so we came up with a couple of standard proposals for asset tracking. But the client told us, no, I don't want to know where the wagons are going through exactly, because it's likely that they're on a railroad track, right? I want just to know where they are. So we need to change the mind. It doesn't help the client if you tell him, if we take a larger battery and track less often, then the battery lasts longer. So we remember the discussion we had with Swisscom. Swisscom provides a 97% coverage in Switzerland on LoRa, compared to 99% on mobile phone network. So we remembered that network and the discussion we had with a Swiss manufacturer about having a solution or a device that can track stops, but we need also then to adjust that a bit. And that change in mind made the client happy and us winning the award here.
Wow, this is really inspiring. Thank you for sharing. Yeah, I agree that sometimes it's just necessary to think out of the box and changing mindset. So thank you for sharing this story. So
congratulations.
Congratulations again.
Thank you.
So let's take a picture.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've completed the different categories We've completed the special recognition awards. There's only one that's left on the podium. Any guesses? No. We'll find out. We'll find out. To tell us about the last category and the last award, I'd like to call upon for once and for the last time on stage this evening, the VP of Business Development for MENA, Valeria Zinkiewicz.
It is important because it's a choice of the global community. So I've collected some of the statistics for the awards. More than 1,500 people around the world took participation in the poll, and most of the voters, they were given the votes for not for only one project, but for the 2, 3, 4 projects even sometimes. So 3,000 votes were recorded in total, and this particular project has collected 324 votes, winning 100 votes ahead to the closest participants. So voting was active from the very first minutes till the very last minutes. I was checking the results. I got a bit nervous at some points, but when I saw the winner, I thought it just makes sense. So without any further ado, I would like to invite my colleagues Anastasia Rocha and Andrei Lutetsky to reveal the name of the winner.
Here we have the last trophy for today. And the company winner, I feel like it's a destiny. Because this where are we now? We are in Dubai, in the UAE. And this company is also from UAE. And
No, it's
this
not.
company...
It's not from UAE.
But the project.
Yeah, sorry, the project
was
that
presented today is from UAE.
From
So
UAE.
it's a small tip for everyone
And
who is trying to guess.
And another thing is that this project has already has already won another award. And
the second tip.
Any guesses who it could be? No guesses?
Ruptela.
No, not Ruptela.
Afritrack.
Mali.
Maliatek.
No.
Got too
Peter
relaxed,
didn't
yeah,
know it because he didn't have the.
He told me like 30 seconds before announcing our name. He told me it's 90% us. When we saw that we got 325 votes.
So the votes were mainly because of a feature in Rialum, which is the notice board. So we created a template and pushed it to all our clients to vote for us.
So this is the secret of how you want
and I had asked
right?
everyone from the people we know to vote for us.
Yeah.
So thank you for those who did. And
Okay, so now
we
know
can
the secret.
thank as well 2 other parties. First of all, the group, Malia Group. So Malia Tech, as you know, is part of bigger group. So all the sister companies within the group have supported us. So big thanks for them.
Okay.
And we would like to thank as well Transcorp, our client,
all our
because
secrets.
when we were nominated for their project, Peter did this job and sent them, and they are as well a big company, so they were voting. So yes, this is how we made it. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you for your participation.
Congratulations.
It's that easy, you know. So you're like staying on top of the mountain right now. So let's make a photo. The fin, the end. And I have some words to say. First of all, I want to thank all of you for coming here today. Thank you, dear guests. Thank you, all the participants. Thanks a lot for coming, and I also appreciate the job of the jury teams. You really did a great job contributing to the development of the IoT sphere globally. So let's give a round of applause to all the people who became a part of this event. Yeah, so all the trophies have found their winners. So guys, please enjoy this moment of glory. It is definitely yours. So now, sometimes I hear opinions that this project, it's nothing special, I can do better. If this is your case, if you think you can do better, we really look forward to seeing your projects in the nearest future. Let us know about them. If you have new promising projects, or even you think it's not promising, still inform us about these projects. We will take a look what we can do to make it live, to help you with their implementation. So once again, thank you very much for participation, and have a nice evening ahead. We still have some party. Okay.
I got it. He said bye. Why are you still here? No, I'm kidding. So, first of all, I'd like to thank each and every one of you for sitting here and staying with us for the entire event. Congratulations to all the winners. I know some of you have been here since 9 a.m. and I really appreciate all of you being here. I'd just like to give a huge round of thanks to all the team members in Violon. It's been months of hard work, of receiving the nominations, reviewing them, analyzing them, preparing the set, preparing the content. So thank you to everyone, also to the AV team, the DJ, the cameraman, everyone. Thank you very much. This event would not have been possible without you. Thank you. Thank you.